All right, everybody, let's come to a standing position just to go over a few things. So today is an intermediate class, which means a little bit faster, maybe, and more exercises. But I want to, as always, build the exercises on an awareness of our physiology, our body. Pilates is very much about integrating the powerhouse and the abdominals. And the abdominals are a complex area because they're multi-layered. And for different people, different priorities play out. Now, normally you're always told to pull your stomach in. So you basically suck your belly button towards your navel and then attempt to lift it to get this long, lean, sucked in feeling that lifts the diaphragm up to a certain extent. So let's do that movement a few times. So you pull the belly in and then you lift up and see if you can just connect with what the muscles are doing and then relax. Now notice we're not tucking. That's a different movement. So see if you can really isolate this. So pull your navel in and then lift the diaphragm. And so you have this form of a sense of a girdle, which is probably the most common approach to using this, and then relax. Now there's also the slight tucking. So let's do this. We bring the tail down to create length in the back and back. So very often people are doing it from the back, which is fine, and a sense of the bones. But I'd also like you to see if you can get a sense of how can you make this happen by pulling up in the very low area of your belly. Relax, pull in and lift and back. Much harder to find these abdominals. For some people, it takes a long time. If you're a woman who's had a C-section, and sometimes childbirth can stretch the muscles out so much, it takes some months sometimes to really connect. It can be a journey, especially if there's scar tissue or surgeries around here. But just see, if you cannot feel anything, please imagine that that's happening. So it sometimes helps if you put your hands down here and see if you can get in touch with what is moving. And can you feel the front, not just the back? That's another aspect of making certain aspects of our stomach muscles work. The other one is less commonly taught. It's usually cued not to do it, but I found it very invaluable if you're a very flexible person. Some people, when they're doing ab work, their back hurts. And that's because the back muscles are straining, the stomach is not firing. Eileen, this may be for you, I'm not sure. It was a game changer for me. I'd like you all to push down in your diaphragm and almost push the stomach out a little bit. And if you put your hands here, you'll feel that it's gotten hard. So we're actually pressing down. It's almost like you're going to the bathroom or you're straining. You push down and feel what happens. This is another form of solidification of this area. Martial artists use that a lot so they can get beat and punched and nothing happens. So I want you to push and feel it and release. Push down in the diaphragm and feel it and release. Push down into with the diaphragm downwards, feel the contraction a little bit and release. A very valuable muscle group to apply as a variety. At times when you're also, if you're very flexible and you're doing movements, roll down, roll up, and all sorts of movements, and you're just getting away with the flexibility, this may be how you will find this whole band in the middle and make it fire. So some of this I'm going to leave to you all to explore as we move on. Now, let's take the obliques are the muscles in the waist area. They get engaged with all the movements we just did, and they contract to allow bending. And they also work with harmony with the other movement. So let's go a few times side to side. See if you can get in touch with the muscles rather than the flexibility and the lovely stretching of it all. So a lot of this means you just put your attention in a different priority of focus, because yes, there's a stretch, but I want you to see if you can feel the contraction on the side. Now we're going to do another part of what the obliques will often do, which is rotating from side to side. So let's put our hands on our shoulders and just rotate a little bit and see if we can connect. There's back muscles that start to make this happen, and waist muscles. So this is another aspect of the obliques, as well as diagonal rotations. Now, remember when I was talking about pushing down? When you're pushing down, you almost make a hollow tube-like shape. It's not a deflation where you're sucking in. You're creating a tubing. It's almost like a hardening in this area. Notice that it takes stress off your back muscles and shift the collaboration of the rib cage, and then go side to side with this pressure downwards. I think you may be able to feel the obliques work a little bit more. So it's a kind of a firming up. You're actually engaging a few layers of different muscles when this happens. Now we're doing the same movement, but we're using the different muscle group. I want you to pull in and up. So you're hollowing the belly, and again, go from side to side. And you may notice that it's a completely different experience and different muscle groups that come into play. Both are useful. It's not like there's a right or wrong way to do this, or that you're cheating if you did it one way and not the other way. Just let's let that go, because the body has so much ways of interpreting things. And then relax. All very valuable. We're going to roll down. Oh, no, before we roll down, I'm going to raise the camera a little bit more to the shoulder girdle. So shoulders can move in all sorts of different areas. So first of all, let's just lift the shoulders up. Now the trapezius muscles work, and then push the shoulders down. So you're actually taking traction to push it down. Kathy, balance this. I leave this to you. Now see if you can find from the armpit to the waist, the rib muscles. So they're right here, not the shoulder muscles. So we're going to differentiate those two systems. Pull the shoulders up, press the shoulders down. Now relax them, and then work the rib muscles to pull them down. Again, pull the shoulders up, press the shoulders down, relax them, and pull the armpits down. Side ribs, can you feel the difference? Different muscle group. Pull the shoulders up, press the shoulders down. This is what people always do when they're told, put your shoulders down. They jam them down and strain in an opposite way. Relax and engage with the armpit muscle, weight to ribs muscle. So those are your lats. One more time. Pull the shoulders up, press the shoulders down, relax, and armpits to ribs. So that happens all in here. Relax. Now get in touch with your shoulder blades. So the two blades are quite wide on your back, and squeeze them together. Release them. Squeeze them together. So just get in touch with what muscles have to work to make that happen. Relax. Squeeze them together. Relax. Squeeze them together. Relax. Squeeze them together. So now we're using the muscles between the shoulder blades and on top of the shoulder blades. And they can be very weak. A lot of people can barely move their shoulder blades towards each other because those muscles have so atrophied. And one more time. So just do the best you can. If nothing's happening, imagine it happening. It will start to happen. Now, the other sensation I'd like you to have is pulling the shoulder blades towards each other and down. So you pull them towards each other. Some people can only do it up here at the beginning. See if you can get them. And then that sense of like the armpits go down and the shoulder blades glide down. And then relax. Pull the shoulder blades towards each other and glide them down. It's a way of anchoring the upper back and the shoulder girdle in certain movements. Pull the shoulders together and glide them downwards to anchor. So it's like a triangle energetically. Relax. Pull the shoulder blades towards each other and down. Relax. Pull the shoulders towards each other and down a little bit and relax. So different set of muscle groups that we will be using when we do some of the shoulder girdle aspects. Now, rolling down towards the floor, there are a few different priorities that you can use depending on what you want as your priority. So first, just get a sense of your shoulders over your hips and your hips over your front of the heels or the front of the, right where your ankle takes a bend and becomes a foot. So get a sense of standing there. If you can, you track your head on top. Now, pull the stomach in and up. So as you're bending forward, there's almost this feeling of the ribs going back. It opens up your lower back and let the shoulders drape. So as you roll down, you're really opening up and focusing on lengthening in the lower back. And then suck your belly in as you come back up and stack yourself up as best you can. So we'll do this 3 times. Pull your belly up and in. So there's this wrapping. Let the shoulders fall and round. So you're stretching the back muscles. And roll down and roll up. And stack. One more time. Belly pulls in and up, and you roll down. You're kind of opening the back ribs. You're scooping, your belly's sucked in, and you roll up. Now we're going to apply different muscle. Push your belly, make it tubular. Remember, the diaphragm pushes down a little bit. The feeling is a downwardness to create a different tension level. And see if you can roll down. You'll notice you can't bend as much, but there's a lot of solidity kicking in, and you're not kind of going into the stretch of the back as much as the contraction in the front. So see if you can get in touch with that. Keep the pressure of the diaphragm down, and you'll notice that it's a different movement. Depends upon you. Some of you may be doing only that or only the other variation. So each of you will know which one is the one you haven't been doing, and it may be very interesting to experience. So if you notice, my waist is longer here. I'm not as rounded, but boy, am I working extensively in my abdominals to support the movement. And curl up. One more time like this. Find that diaphragm pressing down and curl down. And use the diaphragm pushing down to come back up to your upright position. So just an interesting exploration into different areas. Now we will come down to the floor. Now that we've kind of gotten a certain language opened up, we will start, as it's an intermediate level, come up to your seated position. And let's find those 2 different abdominal ways of relating. So you're here. You're nice and tall, and let's find the belly pulled in. And the armpits just down, and keep scooping the belly inwards. So you come as low down. Let's come to the floor, it's intermediate. And then lift up and really pull your belly in and press your back down. And come back up. Pull the belly in, so you're kind of sucking in your stomach. And roll back and really work the belly in towards your back. And pull the belly in here again. So you're hollowing it. And see if you can keep it in to come up. Now we're going to do the other version. Push your diaphragm down, different feeling, and roll down from that perspective and see if you can lower to the mat. And then press your diaphragm down so you push downward and roll yourself up. And again, push your diaphragm down and see if you can lower back. And push your diaphragm down and roll yourself up. So now let's have the legs straight. We will do 2 roll backs one way, 2 roll backs the other way. Actually, no, what am I saying? We're going to go for the hundreds. So from here, roll down to the floor. Testing again, the 2 options. Scoop your belly to lift up, your head up, and lower back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Belly pulls in, maybe your pelvis tucks under a little bit, and back. And 1 more time, pull, and back. Now, push your diaphragm down and lift up like this. You may not be able to get as high. And down. Again, press your diaphragm down. Just notice how different it feels. I hope you're really getting how different it is. And down. And 1 more time. Press down to lift. And down. Now, bring the legs to tabletop. Lift up and find the place that works for you, the system that works for you. You can stay at tabletop, you can have your legs up, you can have your legs out. I don't care what you do. We're going for the hundreds. I'm going to put my head down for a minute to start. Lift the arms up, take a breath in, and here we go, breathing. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5. 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5. Last 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5. Knees to chest, extend your legs out, reach your arms over your head. Just give yourself a good stretch and flex your feet. And now bring your arms to the ceiling, armpits to waist, lift your head and chest, and 3 times we'll roll up, stretch, and roll down, and reach. Roll up, stretch, and roll down, and reach. Roll up, stretch, and roll down, and reach. Now we're going to add something interesting here. Arms to the ceiling. Pull your shoulder blades slightly together. So now it's creating a different back. See if you can come up with the shoulder blades back. Forward now, engage. So normally I encourage you to do this movement. So now we're going to roll down with the shoulder blades slightly together and down. And you roll back and back. Again, arms up. Engage the shoulder blades towards each other just a little bit. So you're anchoring that area. And shoulder blades and roll down. And back. 1 last time. Up. Shoulder blades. Reach. And shoulder blades. And roll back. Very, very good. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling and 3 circles going one way. Now, before we start, get the shoulder blades very slightly back and down and find whatever gives you the most stability. You want a sense of being very square and very like boxed in. It's called a box, and you want to have an integrity to it. So just use whatever works for you 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the leg down. Lift the other leg up. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lower the leg down. Next one is rolling like a ball. So engage the shoulder blades on the back, flex the feet, find your abdominals, heel yourself up. And from here, hands here. Now, here we go. Shoulder blades have to connect a little bit on the back. So we're just going to practice this move. The shoulder blades connect and just press down to lift. Release. Shoulder blades connect onto the back and the armpits connect. If you're using your lats, you take the work out of the shoulders. If you can't lift up because you're too weak, don't go into something else just to get off the floor. Just see if you can feel the arm muscles also work. So there's a lot of work that kicks in here. Shoulder blades down and lift. Again, shoulder blades down and lift, and feel how the stomach kicks in too. The corset kicks in. One more time, shoulder blades down and lift. If you can, you do that and bring your bottom forward. If you can't, you just get forward for rolling like a ball. Let's grab the feet right away. So find how tight you can get your heels, how close to your thighs you can get today, and let's roll back and come up. So rolling back, rolling up, 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 and put your feet down. We are going to go into the holding the back of the knees and bringing our feet overhead in preparation for roll over. So Kathy, just play with it delicately and lift. So we'll roll to this towards the shoulder and stretch the legs a bit and come back up. So use this more playfully, but the more flexible people, get your feet to the floor and get your buttocks over your shoulders and come up. Again, over and come up. Over and come up. One more time, over and come up. Very good. Now roll back onto your backs. So remember, we worked on those low abdominals standing up. Let's have our legs to the ceiling, as close to a 90-degree angle as we're able to have. See if you can really firm up the abdominals so they create a corset. And can you find the low abdominals to lift your tail just an inch off the floor? Now the arms are going to work and help you, and even the shoulders. You have to push down with the arms. So push down and lift your tail, relax. Push down and lift the tail, relax. Push down and lift your tail, relax. Push down and lift your tail, relax. So what you want, I think you're doing good, all of you, and relax. Just a little error that I can't see if you're doing or not, but most people will do that. They'll take the feet because it's so weak, they have no power here. So that's your first priority, getting the power. Now, the next one will be to roll up a little bit higher. So the feet have to come over a bit more. So you push, connect, and lift a bit. And down. Push with the arms, stomach and lift. And down. Press and lift. And down. One more time, just like that. Press and lift. And down. Bend your knees in. Rock side to side. So that's the energetics or the muscles that are needed to work for roll over. Some of us have flexibility, then it's very easy, a lovely exercise, but we want the muscle control. Today we're more focusing on muscle control. So from here, so from this point on, your choice, whether you tubularize your stomach or you suck it in. I'm not sure. Each of us is a bit different. If you want to focus in on one ability, maybe the one that you've never done before, I highly invite you to do that. So find your center, decide which way you're going to approach your stomach, firming by pressing down or sucking in, and then lift your head and chest. From here, extend one leg, extend the other leg. Extend, 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 extend. Bend and put your head down. Double leg stretches is next. Again, focusing into the center of the body as your start point. Check that your sacrum, you feel it on the floor. And then lift your head and chest up. You get as tight as you want to get today. And from here, arms and legs extend. Circle and in. Arms and legs extend. Circle and in. Now, when the arms go out, can you put your shoulder blades down and in? Shoulder blades down and in. One more time. Shoulder blades down and in. Drop your head just to give yourself a rest. Head and shoulders down. See if you can find this armpit engaging down and be aware that also the shoulder blades can glide down your back. Lift up for scissors. So the legs are long. Lift up and pull one leg. Use this for flexibility. Pull, pull. 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 Legs come up. Bend your knees lower down. And now hands behind your head. See if you can pull the shoulder blades down your back right here. So feel those muscles connecting in. Find your stomach. Can you lift up anyway? So you're not pulling the shoulders forward, but you're actually gliding them down. Different balance point. Lift your legs up 5 times. Lower the legs. Lift them. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Bend your knees and head down. Crisscross. We will be rotating from side to side. So just do the best you can. The goal is from the waist through the hips, no movements. The rotation is above and below that. So shoulder blades down, curl your head and chest up, rotate to the right, left elbow and right knee, left elbow. Switch, 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 and switch. And stretch your legs out. Just forget about technique just for a minute. Just get something that feels really good and releases whatever you were just tightening. So if your shoulders were pulling down your back, open them up and pull them up. If you were sucking if you were tightening in your belly, just release it for a minute. Let your back arch. Let your legs extend. Just open and stretch and release the tension. Now rolling up for spine stretch forward. Flex your feet. Shoulder blades down today and roll up. From here, legs are just a little bit wider than your mat and flex. Now let's take these shoulders and glide them down. That's the theme of the day. By the way, none of this is held in stone. It's the only way to move. It's just today's movement magic recipe, you could say. Lift the arms up. So very often we do this. Today we're doing that. Find your nice plumb line of your body and now start to come forward without the shoulders going off your back. So can you roll down without that happening? And roll up again. Sit up straight. Take a breath in and breathing out round and go forward. Roll up and come back up. And one more time, roll forward. And roll and come back up. Shoulders are down. Relax. Open leg rocker. We're going to go right into the rocking as this is intermediate. So find your knees. Now this is going to be tricky. The shoulders are slightly back and down. So you have an anchoring. Really what we're doing is we're taking the cup of the shoulder and we're starting to ask for it to be on the side body. For a lot of us, it's very frontal, but more important than where the shoulder ends up is we're activating those high back muscles to give stability to that part. Can you find your scoop anyway? Lift, whoa, and extend the legs. See if you can, let's do this 3 times just to get a sense of our balance point. Lift and bend. Lift and bend. Lift and bend. From here we roll back and come up. So extend, roll back, come up. Roll back, come up. Roll back, come up. 2 more times. Roll back, come up. Last one, roll back, come up. Put your feet down. So if you're flexible, you hold inside the feet, the knees, to hold the front of the ankles. A little bit, so it's real easy to get there by doing this. A little bit of tonality into the shoulders. Now you still have to have a round back, so you have to monitor how to use this. So balance. 3 times we'll see if we can balance. Can you balance and still keep connected to the shoulder girdle? And back. Out. And back. This time you go out, keeping the shoulders kind of gliding down the back, and we'll go back and forth. Back. And up. Whoa, hard for me to do that. Back. And up. I lost it. How about you? I hope you didn't. Do what I say, not what I do, you know. And up. 1 more time. Back. And up. See if you can find the shoulders again. Feet together if you can. Can you get a little bit of a stretch any which way? And then walk down so you're on your back for corkscrew. We'll do basic version first and then bigger. So shoulders gliding down your back a little bit and elbows and hands down into the floor. So maybe you can even get the upper shoulders into the floor, this high part of the arm down or in the direction of the floor. It doesn't matter too much. Feet come a little forward so that they're dropping above the waist. Draw a circle right, down, left, and up. Get in touch with the stomach muscles in that low, in the pelvis, and up. And up. And up. And up. And up. Now, we'll do just a bigger circle. When you do a bigger circle, you will get unweighted on one side of the pelvis. So whichever way the legs are going has more weight. The other side will maybe come off a bit. You want to keep the upper part of the body glued in so you're not like falling, but you're connected. So there's power there. So the start point will have the feet a little bit higher. And let's go and see what happens. Circle. And up. Reverse. Circle. And up. Circle. And up. Circle. And up. And last one, circle. And up. And circle. And up. Now, find your center, find your shoulders, find your arms, strong trunk, lower the legs down. All the way to the mat. Stretch. Done. Hard work is done just for a minute. You have a little break, I should say, and then roll yourself up for your saw. So up you come, give yourself a stretch. Again, relax a bit. So you want to keep balancing the stretch and the work with the relaxation. So saw is next. You want your feet flexed. I'm just moving so you don't hit the wall, and your arms are to the side. So here we go again. Today, the shoulders are back and down. So you want that sense of slightly pressing down. And if you can, hands are exactly in line with the shoulder. So there's down energy and up energy, and your whole arm should start to activate from there. So find that strong stomach. I like to push down. Right now, that's more my priority, my practices, than sucking in, because it's really helping my back. Twist, we'll just twist a few times, back to the middle. Twist, back to the middle. Twist, back to the middle. Start to notice what's working. Back to the middle. Twist, back to the middle. Twist, back to the middle. Now we'll add the twist and reach. So twist, adjust your hands and reach towards your little toe. 1, 2, 3, stretch. Twist, adjust your hands. 1, 2, 3, up. Twist, adjust your hands. 1, 2, 3, up. Twist, adjust your hands. 1, 2, 3, and up. Relax the hands down. Bring your feet together. And from here, roll down onto your backs and onto your stomach. Now, when we do preparation for swan, we're going to start lifting up. So a lot of details I want to go over here. Feet will be hip width apart. I'm going to adjust my mat a little bit so it's like diagonal. So normally people will tuck their tail under. Please do not do that today. Experiment with a slightly different way of being. So our spine has natural curves, and there's lots of messy things that start to kick in with the lower back and the upper back because we have issues with it. So I would like to have your hands in an easy way, more close to the shoulder, the ears. Kind of the palm of the hand is down. Now, the very first thing is pull your shoulder blades slightly together and down. And then lift your head up just a little bit. So I want you to see if you can feel that work. The hands are pushing very little. They are pushing some. And then drop your head down. Now start again, and this time start with your head. So first you lift your head up. Notice that your lower back may change shape. It may arch more, and I am fine with that. You may even feel your tail wants to stick up. Pull the shoulder blades together and down and see if you can make your upper back contract a little bit, and your lower back may be arching. That is so fine because we want the back muscles to fully contract. Can you come a little bit higher and then come back down? Bring your hands a little bit closer in, but relaxed. Pull the shoulders blades together and down. Lift your head and start to lift up. See how high you can go. You want to get in touch with your whole back muscles contracted. I don't care if you're an inch off the floor, you're coming all the way up, but the back has to contract. So don't just kind of, if you're very flexible, back off and find the muscles instead of the joints. So you really want those back muscles working. Come back down. Again, shoulder blades together. Lift your face and your neck. See if you can feel the neck connecting to that upper back. Keep the shoulder blades down and towards each other a little bit and lift up. See if you can go a little higher. This is the beginning of our swan dive because those muscles have to be contracted. And then back. And one more time. Shoulder blades together. Lift and make the upper back work. That's the hardest area to fire. Do not change, kind of do something with your lower back. Squeeze your bottom and basically try and tuck the tail and keep it long. Let the spinal muscle compress and the back muscles contract. The bones will adjust below the muscles if you do this right. Notice as your stomach may start to be stretching now. That's really, really good. And then come back down. Now, keep that and come up on your elbows. So it's commonly we do this movement. We lift and we lengthen our stomach and we pull. I'd like today to contract the shoulder blades down. Notice that my lower back is dropped down and just make the back muscles work. So the back is bending, it's flexing. We want that. And my tail, if I was a dog, I had a happy tail lifting up to the ceiling, if you can use your imagination. Bring your big toes together. Notice that the front of your hip flexors should feel long. If you're tucking, you block the energy. Please don't tuck today. Keep the shoulder blades down, bend one knee and kick twice. Kick, kick, and lengthen. Kick, kick, and lengthen. Kick, kick, and lengthen. So we're really working the back muscles. Kick, kick, and lengthen. Kick, kick, and lengthen. Stay in this shape and lengthen your right leg and just lift it so you feel that your waist may dip a little bit on the side of the leg that's lifting. Do the other side. That's good. And down. Imagine the front of your hip flexor opening and lengthening, and maybe your bottom tightening and the hamstring tightening. So as the leg lifts, the waist drops. And lift. And lift. And lift. Very nice. Turn your head to one side and drop down and put both hands behind your waist. Now we let these shoulders widen and drop forward so you get a really deep stretch between the shoulder blades, maybe on the cuff. Now, lift your elbows and more importantly, get the shoulder blades active on the back. Can you lift and stretch the arms back, and pull the shoulders away from the ears? Turn your head to the other side, drop your ear down, bend your arms, let the elbows drop. Pull the shoulder blades onto the back, pull them away from the ears, and stretch back and pull the shoulders down. Make those upper back muscles work. Head and drop. And again, shoulder blades pull together and squeeze to lift. Head turns and drop. Shoulder blades squeeze together and lift. Make the back muscles work. Head turns and drop. Very good. Now, feet come together and we add the legs. So remember, when you bend, let's bend both legs just for a minute. Can you feel your hamstrings activate? So you may need to do something. Imagine lifting your knees off the floor. At that point, those muscles should fire. So just test with your hands. Feel if the muscles are firing so you can get in touch with what that's like. So kick 3 times using the muscles, not your flexibility. Contract them, contract them, contract them. Extend. Shoulder blades glide together and lift. Head turns and down. Activate your hamstrings and make them pull. Kick, kick, kick. Shoulder blades glide down and lift. First side. Kick, kick, kick. And lift. Other side. Kick, kick, kick. And lift. First side. Kick, kick, kick. And lift. And other side. Kick, kick, kick. And lift. Relax and push back into child's pose. Just stretch out. You really worked your back muscle. So take a moment and let all those muscles release and stretch. Really, really good for our backs to get them to start to work this way. Lift your head, walk your hands to the right side so you stretch out the left side. Lift your head and walk your hands to the left side so you stretch out your right side. And then come onto your hands and knees. So in this position, can you find the shoulder blades coming onto your back and pulling down? Let's do that a few times. Push away. Shoulder blades more together and down your back. Pull away. Shoulder blades together and down your back and press away. And shoulder blades together and then down your back and push away. Now, if you're one of those people that have a look at where the crease of your elbow is and turn the hand out if you need to. So the crease of the elbow is going straight forward. If your shoulders are tight, this will help make it work better. If you're one of those people that have a hyperextended joint, please back off just a little bit because this will force the muscles to start to kick in. So see if you can find the shoulder blades and the strength. Also claw your fingers just a little bit and now connect in with the stomach. So you want that feel of that stomach. We're not actually going to push back into plank. We're going to take one leg back and can you lift it and feel the hamstring kick in and come back. Take your other leg first on the floor and then you lift it without anything changing in the trunk. So you make the hamstring work. And down. First side, back, hamstrings work. And down. Other side, back, make the stomach be very much of a stabilizer and work. Now we're going to do the same thing with the arm. So I'm going to do my left arm first. So this is usually what people do. So find the shoulder blade, get your stable trunk, and you lift the arm without disengaging it from your trunk. And back, in the back. Other side. And back. First side. And back. Other side. So it doesn't matter to me how high you go today. I'd rather you really find the connection, and it may be forcing, if you're a flexible person, maybe forcing the muscles to kick in that were never challenged before because the mobility you had, which is a very good thing, was doing all the work, but we want it all. We don't want just one part of our potential. Now, just normal planks from here. So again, find the shoulders on your back, find the trunk, get the sense of stability. Take one foot back and then the other foot back and hold and hold and hold and bend and bend. And reverse it, back, back, hold, 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 in and in. First side again, step, step, hold, 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 in, and reverse it, back, hold, 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 in, and in. Now lie down on your back again. Actually come to sitting, I apologize, because we will start with neck pull. So rolling down, rolling up. The difference is the hands behind the head. Here now. And when pull the shoulders down and slightly in. And then can you imagine grabbing the back of your skull and lifting it? So we really like focusing into the shoulders. Now, shoulder down means you create a lot of length in the shaft of the neck. Can you be aware of that? And then bring your head forward, lengthening the shoulders down and your chin in to stretch the neck even more. And then bring the head towards the knees. Roll yourself up. Keep the back of the neck lengthened. Keep the shoulders down and sort of pointing into energetically towards each other. Roll to the mat. Roll down to flat. Pull the shoulders down your back. Lift your head. Can you roll up? Sit up, lengthen the back of the neck, and lengthen the neck as you pull down. Come back up. Shoulders roll down, back of the neck is lifted, and roll the trunk. Lift up, roll up, advance, your elbows stay wide, lengthen the back of the neck, shoulders down, and then bend forward. Come back up, roll down, flat, roll up, back of the neck long, come forward, come back up, and roll all the way to the mat for our bridging. Roll down. So bring your hands to your sides. Gently pull the shoulder blades towards each other today and slightly down. Then bend your feet up, and we'll start with the feet hip-width apart, not exactly close to the bottom, but notice that you have kind of a sense of a planking position, and then lift your toes up. So only the heels are in, lift the hips. So you're not rolling up, you're lifting up so the glutes and the hamstrings work, and then roll your spinal column down. You lift up, but you roll down. Again, dig into the feet and press up. So the lower leg works very hard to get the hips to lift, and then you roll yourself down. And again, lift, and roll yourselves down. Bring your feet together, bring them a little closer in, and we'll do the same thing. So now the legs are compact. Lift up, lengthen the thighs, and roll down. Again, lift up, lengthen the thighs, roll down, lift up, lengthen the thighs, and roll down. We're going to add one more element of complexity to this because we're shifting to one leg, but just the lifting part. So lift up, get a sense of the knees in alignment with each other. You can press them together. Can you extend one leg? Hold it, bring it back, extend the other leg, hold it, bring it back, first leg, hold it, bring it back, other leg, hold it, bring it back, first leg, hold it, bring it back, other leg, hold it, and bring it back, and roll everything down to the mat and extend. Long flexed feet, flex and point your feet a few times. Just pull the toes up towards your knees and down towards the floor so you work the ankles. And then just give yourself a good stretch and alternate side to side just to give yourself whatever feels good for you. And then bring the arms up to the ceiling, shoulders down your back, roll yourself up. And from here, your feet will be flexed. Can you get to a straight position? If you cannot, have your legs a little bit more apart and bent so that you're getting as much of a vertical plane as you can. If you're more flexible and you can have your legs straight, do so. Because as much as you can, you want from the hips to the armpits straight. And first of all, just again, slight contraction in the shoulder blades, slightly down, just to feel that. And to move out of my wall space, hands to the side. So those of you that if you need to be here, that's totally fine. Now, nothing changes. The hands stay to the side, rotate, and pulse 3 times. Pulse back to the middle, rotate, pulse, pulse, pulse. Center, first side, pulse, 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 center, pulse, pulse, pulse. So you're keeping the shoulders gliding back down your back, pulse, 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 and back, and pulse, 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 and back. Relax your arms down. We will do this again, and now we're going to release the shoulders, so it's a slight variation on the movement. So let's take the hands to the side, find the same connection of the shoulders down, and with the hands staying to the side like you had a broomstick there, do your first twist. Now, just like we did in saw, this hand will go turn down, and we actually, no, I'm sorry. The palms are staying down, don't turn it down. So notice instead of internally rotating, it stays open, and now twist as much as you can, like you're trying to stretch yourself in your upper body. Twist and twist and twist back to the center. First you twist as much as you can, then you allow the arms, the shoulders can move on the girdle, and twist, 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 and back. Rotate without shoulder mobility. Now add the shoulder freedom. Twist, 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 and back. Twist, freedom, twist, 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 and back. First side, twist, 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 and back. Other side, twist, 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 and back. And put your hands down. So just as a commentary, we want those muscles very strong in the upper back, but we also want a very loose joint. I mean, if you're a thrower, this has to be able to move. So I find that a lot of times we can get too fixated on one place for the shoulders. We need it all. We need lots of good muscle tone around there, but we also need mobility, hence not being fixed in the technique of it all. Rolling onto our backs. I'm sorry, lying down on the side. So, side kicks. And I'm going to put my mat forward because I'll kick the back behind me. And lying on your side. Bring the legs to the front of your mat. And just set yourself up. Now today, instead of being stretching out with the focus of the waist going down, we're going to lift up a little bit to get the waist off the floor if you can, and pull the shoulders down your back. So very different alignment, more strength and stability, less stretch and mobility. So nice and strong in your center, strong in your trunk. Lift the leg up as far as it wants to go and lower it, but parallel to the floor. Lift it up, lower it down, lift it up, lower it down, lift it up. Can you keep those shoulders gliding down your back? Ha, ha, ha. One more time like this. Lift and lower. Now, forward and back. Lift the leg up hip height. Forward, forward. And long to the back. Now keep yourself stable. Forward, forward. Don't flop and move. Can you get the hinge from the hip? So it's not how big a movement it is. It's how much you can just go from the hip. Forward, forward, and back and back. Very good. Now we'll do développés to the side. So you're going to bend the knee. Lift the leg, flex your foot, and down. Remember the lift here. Bend and extend the leg, and down. Bend, extend the leg, and down. Bend, extend the leg, and down. Lift the leg a little bit for a little circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the foot up. Can you grab your foot? Can you lift your waist? If you can't, you just lift the waist down here. So if it's very hard on your neck, you can still be down. Notice I can still put my waist up even if I'm lying down. You can even be like this, by the way. All of these variations. So you just want this firmness rather than stretched out. Lift your inside leg, down, inside leg, down, inside leg, down, lift, and down. Extend the toes. If your foot was flexed, or reverse it. Whatever your foot position was, change it. And now 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend your legs. Can you hold your waist and lift your feet? Down. Lift. Down. Lift. 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 Okay, other side. So here you go. Again, get yourself set up. Can you have your waist off the floor, your feet on a diagonal in front of you with the feet flexed? Lift the leg, lower it down, lift the leg, lower it down, lift it, down, lift it. Whoops, my shoulders are up by my ears. I call them, don't have your shoulders as earrings. No, I did. And lift and down. Now, forward and back. Long legs, swing it forward and long to the back. Forward, forward, 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 long to the back. Bring your leg together and we'll do our développé. So you bend your knee, extend the leg, and bring it down. Please do it without me. Bend the knee, lift the leg, and lower it down. Bend the knee, lift the leg, and lower it down. 2 more times. Bend the knee, lift the leg, lower it down. And last one, bend the knee, lift the leg, and lower it down. Very good. Nice long leg for your little circles. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Bend the leg up. So get it hiked up in front of you. Check your waist again. Can you get it off the floor? Flex your bottom leg and lift it up. And lower it down. Lift it up. Lower it down. Lift it. And down. Lift the leg. And down. And lift your leg. And down. Now getting into your circles. Circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Keep your waist lifted, your shoulders away from your ears, and lift both feet. And down. Lift both feet. And down. And lift both feet. And down. Lift. And down. Last one. Lift. And down. Very good. Roll onto your backs for your teasers. So nice and long. Extend one leg. Your arms are nicely by your sides. And lift your head and chest. The arms come to here. And then roll up. And roll down. Hands come to the mat. This is the hardest way to do it. Hands come up first, because it's demanding only the trunk to work. Roll down. One more time, hands up. Roll up. And roll down. Very good. Change sides. Head and chest, head, arms lift. Roll up. Roll down. Head and chest lift. Roll up. Roll down. One more time. Lift. Roll up. And roll down. Bend your knees in. Take your legs to the ceiling. Take your legs to 45 degrees. Can you roll up here? Roll down. Roll up. Roll down. Roll up. Roll down. Bend your knees in. Extend your legs out And now we will go into swimming, but the first form of it. So let's come up on the elbows. Let's pull the shoulders down your back. So your back muscles are connected, and your right arm and your left leg lift. And down. So you can be as low as you want. Get those back muscles to work, and then the limbs. And down. Lift. Down. Lift. Down. Lift. Down. Lift. Down. Now your arms are in front of you, and drop your head down. We'll do the same thing, but now from a long position. Lift your head. Can you find your shoulders gliding down your back a little bit? So can you feel your back muscles working? And then right arm, left leg, and down. Opposite, and down. Lift, and down. Lift, and down. Lift, and down. Lift, and down. Sit into your heels to stretch your back out. One more time, just a nice child's pose, letting everything kind of release and loosen up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in, breath out. One more time, breath in and breath out. Then come onto one side for mermaid. So hips are down. You can be as wide as it works for you or as tight. You want to be relatively comfortable and able to be able to sustain a vertical upper body. It's not a balanced one. As you can see, one side's going to get stretched. So grab this foot, just get yourself as stable as you can. Now all the rules we had no longer apply. Let the shoulder come up and just bend over as far as you can go. So you open up the sides of the ribs and stretch. Just enjoy the stretch. And lift and wrap your hand for an extra stretch. And wrap your hand for an extra stretch. One more time. And wrap your hand. And wrap your hand. Now, fun transition, just play with this. The legs are out, your hands are to one side, and can you swivel around and bend? So just, that's it. That's it. So find a position you're more or less comfortable with. Again, this is just for relaxation. Stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch. Very good. Coming into seal. So your feet are together 3 times. We will clap at the back as well as the front. We're not standing up from it. We're just doing the back and front. So lift your feet up. Find your center. Clap 3 times. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Clap, clap, clap. Roll up. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Clap, clap, clap. Roll up. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Clap, clap, clap. And come up. Please come to a standing position. I'm going to adjust the camera here. And right. So standing, we're going to work into our chest expansion. So your hands are in front of you. You bring the hands down. Find your armpits. Squeeze your shoulder blades and imagine them gliding down and back as you extend the arms behind you. Bring them forward again and push down and open that chest and back and push down and open that chest and back. Now relax your hands. You're standing in a Pilates stance, so that little V, you want a certain tension between the two heels. They may come apart, but I'd like you to first of all feel all 5 toes on the mat and slightly contract your feet. You know how sometimes I ask you to do this with the hands, to claw them. So I want you to imagine a slight energy like that happening, and then use those muscles to push you up and then lower down. So I really want you to work the feet muscles right at the bottom. They have to work really hard to push the body up and down. This is the other thing to pay attention to. When we go up, most of the time we shift way forward. So it's a counterbalancing that's getting us up over the toes. I'd like you to play with being pushed up by the feet. So the feet and the back chain of the body has to get you up in the air. I'm up on my toes right now, working really hard here because I'm not letting myself go forward. So I'm asking the muscles to do the work rather than my flexibility. So see if you can get in touch with the foot working hard to press you up. I don't care if the heels come apart, by the way. That's an irrelevancy right now. I want the muscles to work. We need to get all of these muscles supporting our bones. And one more time like this. Lift, push down to lift. Now we will combine both together. So the hands are here. And can you push down and make the back part, the whole back part of your body work? You push back and you come back. So we're really firing, if you're doing it well, the bottom of the foot, the calf, the Achilles, the calf, the hamstring, the glutes, and the whole back chain of the back body to support the front body being vertical. One more time, push and lift and down. Good. Roll down to the floor, any old which way that feels good for you to finish. So just lift your arms up. Lengthen, stretch, relax, whatever it feels good. Just make it feel good. Reaching to the heavens feels good. And then roll down towards the floor. Go down to the floor. Do any movements that you want to make yourself feel relaxed and loose and feeling good here. Roll yourself up again. Lift the arms up, stretch. Breathe down, take a breath. Inhale and out and inhale and out. Last one, inhale, hold it, weightless, light, bright, sparkly, and float the arms down. Relax them, forget about technique, feel the weightlessness in your own body. Take a breath in and breathing out, let it go. And well done.